Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oath Esports. I am Tease, and here with me is Linked Ghost. We are here for week 6 for Valorant. We'll be on Haven, and just really excited to see how things are happening. Just one announcement before we get going, though. There will be only one match tonight, as there was some maintenance going on for the Riot servers, so that's going to have to cut things short a little bit. But we'll still have one match tonight, so still really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch these 2 teams play. I was able to watch, Checkmate last week, on Breeze, and they were really good. They weren't able to get the win, but they looked phenomenal. I mean, they had great team play, very good post-plant situations, good teamwork, and this is my first time watching Strike as well, so I think they've been casted before, but I was, unfortunately not able to be one of the casters for that game. So I'm just excited to watch these 2 teams play.
Yeah, both teams pretty strong. Strike is 3-2 for the season so far, so they're positive. Looking to continue that streak going, try and extend out those wins. Checkmate 0-5, looking to find their first win of the season. So, they might come out with some force a little bit here. Um, Being on Haven, it's a very team-oriented map,
Mhm.
just with the 3 sites. So it can be sometimes a little bit slower pace, but I don't know, it might be good. So, definitely excited to see what comes out from both of these teams here.
Yeah, I mean, I when watching Squid 14 and Land W last week on Breeze, just they were able to just take over some rounds. I think I think it was Squid last week who just their patience was unbelievable. Their trigger discipline is some of the best that I've ever seen. So I'm curious to see if we'll see some of that more today. But I'm just super excited, like you said.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Yeah, because like you said, Squid has always been one of the standout performers for Checkmate, and we can even see as we're about to jump into the game that he has picked Raze. So definitely expecting some a little bit more aggressive plays coming out from him. Um, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things turn out. I do want to mention this map is because it is the 3 bomb sites, it is a little bit more attacker sided.
Mhm.
The defense is has to be a little bit more spread out because of the 3 sites.
Yeah,
Um, so first half, if we see the game go one way or the other, it's still completely possible to switch on like an instant. So
absolutely. I mean, just I've seen some crazy rotations just because of all of the different routes that you can take to get to each bomb site. I love playing a short just because there's always, it always looks like there's at least 2 or 3 just crazy 3 pieces that take place somewhere around that place on the map. So I'm excited to see what these 2 teams have to offer for us today because unfortunately this is our only match. So I'm pretty certain that they'll be able to entertain.
yeah, and already Strike leaning towards the A side for this first pistol round, and with so much noise being made, you can already see Checkmate just deciding to immediately rotate over. But there's still plenty of space made for Strike, as already Dr. Ghoul starting to move forward through these smokes, and as the spike is getting planted, there's going to be a
Wow.
flurry of kills coming through right here. And it's going to end in the favor of Checkmate here, as Panther now the lone survivor of this little skirmish, but Bob Soup able to land that final shot onto Panther and shut things down. And a pretty good defense right there, coming out from Checkmate for the pistol round.
Yeah, I mean that round was over before it started. Uh Strike made a lot of noise, getting to that A bomb site, and Checkmate rotated quickly. You know, that's that team play that I was talking about last week on Breeze. They rotate really well. And we saw Land W and Squid get the first 2 picks that round to really give them advantage in 3-5 and close it out.
Yeah, their response was really just, I mean, perfectly read right there from Checkmate. And already now Strike just moving quickly through this garage area. Land W has the opportunity for a couple picks and does get a dink, but he's just going to back off and wait for the rest of his team as Strike has already moved out onto C. So Okajix is going to be able to get that pick onto land and he's actually going to try and push forward a little bit more. Probably wants that gun, but dashes away to safety.
Do they know about that? Oh, dude, that flanking from garage. Oh, yep. Boss
Yeah,
Man's
Boss
able to get
Man
one. Yep.
with that classic,
It's
able to
good.
get the pick onto Squid. And so now Checkmate trying to make some moves, trying to move forward a little bit, but they're just all getting felled in this
Oh,
position in garage. And
all
Dr.
right
Ghoul,
then.
a very nice shot with that classic. Yeah, just that right click and shuts things down.
I love a good satisfying right click. Um, I would rather get only 1 kill with a satisfying right click than just have to just kind of spray and miss 8 shots, hit the last 4 with my classic. It's so satisfying. But that was a great bounce back round there from Strike after the light buy from Checkmate.
Yeah, really good response and honestly played perfectly. Having those weaker weapons, I think they just kind of knew what's the situation they were in. That's why they decided
Hmm.
to go garage because they can get those shorter gunfights with, and it's a little bit easier with the classic.
Absolutely.
But already, oh my gosh, what a spray from Bossman on the land. That's going to open things up easily for Strike as they're going to just push into the
Just
back of sight.
overwhelmed.
And yeah, there it is. Cyberbite getting the shot onto your favorite rat kid. Um, and now with the spike planted, they're just going to go into this post plant, just hold crosses for each other and just try and waste a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean it looks dire here for Checkmate. Squid's
Ooh.
able to get one.
One
Hold
enemy
on.
remaining.
Oh,
Ooh, Bossman with the swing though finds 2 with 1 spray. So that's gonna be 3 on the round for him. And now just trying to find out where this last defender is, as there's the flash
4
from
on the
Cyberbite and
round.
Bossman. 4 kills on the round, just solidifies that 3rd round for them.
Yeah, I mean that was the takeover round right there out of Boss Man. And we've seen all 3 sites been attacked so far, and that's why Haven is such a unique map. They don't know you got to spread your defenses out wider. So if the offense strike here just 5 stacks of sight and they go quick, they're gonna have an advantage, especially if they get that opening pick like they did this round.
Yeah, and I actually like that. Hitting each site, showing something a little bit different every single time. It can create a little bit of doubt for the defenders of each attack. So I actually really like that. And now just following up that round to just kind of wait back a little bit, as we
Mhm.
can see here. If you look up in the top of your screen, you can see the mini map, and Strike just playing pretty patient here. Ooh, there's going to be a little bit of damage done to Dr. Ghoul as she tries to get away, but the doubt has been made as they were seen over by the C site, so it's only going to be one person holding
They're
down
gonna
this
get
A site.
aggressive here on A.
Yeah, Squid just going to have to back off as shots were fired, just going to play their life as they back up. And now with the spike plant, it's a 5v5.
Yeah, I mean it's still full retake.
Ooh, Land gets
Oh,
concussed right there, though, by the Killjoy utility. Is Bossman is able to get that pick. Bunny Fufu lining up the shot, lands it onto Dr. Ghoul, so that's going to make it a little bit easier for this retake as the smokes are now gone. Cyberbite holding down through hell with his teammate, trying to just be
ooh,
patient, but Bossman takes an aggressive peek and gets 2, but Bob Soup is able to finally shut him down. Okajix just holding this angle here. And no, there's just not enough time.
Not
Bob Soup
enough.
is going to have to back off to save the gun. And both Okajix and Cyberbite are actually fall to that bomb. So that might hurt the economy just a little bit there, but still great round coming out from Strike.
Yeah, it looked as if, potentially Checkmate fought their way back into that round after that opening, or not opening pick, the pick to get it back into a 4v4 by Bunny Fufu from Heaven. But Bossman was able to get 2 and almost 3 on that round. So really, Bossman took over that round once again and was able to help Strike close it out. And now it's 3-1.
Yeah, and already see a little bit more of a mixed buy coming out from Checkmate, just trying to make sure they can buy next round, but still put up a little bit of a fight here on this one, as we do see land with that Bucky just holding this angle. This might be a little awkward for Boss Man here, is if he chooses to swing. Not sure if they know that each other are there, just playing very, very patient.
It might benefit him to use this util. Oh, does he know? Is he going to check
Oh,
it? Nope.
he just dry swings and Land W punishes him for it with the shotgun. Soup able to follow onto
Oh, he's able to get
Okajix, and we're gonna
2.
see a series of trades coming out as Strike are finally able to just bully their way onto A site and get the bomb planted.
Yeah, Checkmate was able to get uh 3 picks in that round so far in this round, even with the lighter weapons. But we see the ult coming down from Strike as if they've got to be a little bit more aggressive here. Checkmate.
Yeah, and already just grouping up, they're getting ready to push in, just making sure to clear all the angles, as they're not really sure where these attackers could be, as they really had time to just sit wherever. So there's gonna be some firing coming out from short, so they are aware of at least one player
Oh, the
being there, and
stun
the concussion and the molly combo is just enough to put Lan on 5 health, and he's gonna be able to
all
push
the
forward and get a
time.
kill for himself. But yeah, there's just not enough time. Very good attempt coming out there from Checkmate. It's just the time was played perfectly there from Strike between the mollies from Panther on the ground, and even the lockdown to just slow down that take and buy a little bit of time and create some doubt of where they could be just holding for that post plant. So great job right there from Strike.
Yeah, like you said, just stalling the retake attempt by Checkmate. They weren't super aggressive on the retake, and that kind of hurt them since they weren't able to make Strike use all of their stall utility until it was too late. So that's why Strike was able to close that one out.
Face your
Yeah,
fear!
and Strike just gonna go really fast here. They're sending out the fade ultimate as well as the Astra. So they're just going to push into side. Squid's going to be able to find one, but he's going to be immediately traded out by Bossman.
Man,
Bossman is actually going to be able to find a second right there on the Bob Soup as he tries to use that Prowler and find a little bit of information as well as possibly get a flash out. But Bunny Fufu is going to be able to get a pick onto Cyberbite.
wow.
Bossman still just picking up steam, finds a third, actually a
4?
fourth onto Bunny Fufu through the wall. Bossman just holding things down for his team. Is now he's just gonna try and go for the ace, finding aggressive.
Oh,
Oh,
did he see his
I'm not
gun?
sure if he saw the gun
I
barrel.
don't think he saw it.
Spike is down.
Oh, he
Yeah,
definitely knows where he's
Lan's
at
gonna
now.
get the pick, and there is
Oh,
the ace from Bossman.
Your dreams are done.
man.
Wow.
He's just looking in form. Like that was actually very impressive by Checkmate there. After the fade alt by Bossman, the Astra alt by Dr. Ghoul, it looked like that was Strike's round immediately, but they actually were in an even numbers for a while just because of good shots by Checkmate. But Bossman just took over towards the end of that round, is able to get all 5 and basically win it by himself.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, like you said, they played. Checkmate played trades really well that round. It was just
Terminated.
finally.
Ooh,
Wow.
great
What a
shot
shot
by
from
Panther.
Panther. Well, that's gonna create tons of space for Strike. Um, as Panther just already on to see, he's gonna be able to create just place down all of his utility and just kind of hunker down here as the rest of his team has already made it over to site. So that's gonna be the plant down, maybe. Looks like they
Looks like they
decided
might
to
be
take a little bit
waiting.
of, of a break. Yeah.
Now it looks like it's
Yeah, there we
okay,
go.
okay, okay.
I
I
wasn't
think we were just
wasn't sure
waiting
what was
for it.
going on right there. Um, um, so
Get
going
grounded.
down,
Squid's
that's
able to
gonna
get
spur
one.
everybody into action here as Squid finds
Wow.
one with the ultimate, but Dr. Ghoul and Panther both able to find some, and Boss Man just swinging out from Garage cleans things up onto Favorite Kid and Bunny Fufu, and yeah, that was kind of funny. I wasn't sure what was
Yeah,
going on
we couldn't
right
find
there.
out why the plant was going down wasn't going down. I was like, okay, they
Well,
have
I saw.
sight.
Well, they were going for the plant originally. They were going for the plant originally, and I thought they had it down, and then didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
Maybe they were trying to fake him out. I mean, it worked anyway. They still won the round,
Yeah.
but I don't
Yes,
know. That was a bit
it still
confusing.
worked out. It still worked out, and it seemed like Checkmate right there. We're even just kind of waiting, like for the plant to go
Mhm.
down, and then when it didn't happen, it was just kind of like a weird standstill.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, bizarre, but it worked out in favor of Strike anyways. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Checkmate was on. I think they were just on pistols that round because their economy wasn't looking too good. But I believe Squid was able to get one with his ult, but really not much they could do there. So I think perhaps they were waiting for the rotate. That's why they didn't just attack once they heard the plant stop. They're like, okay, maybe they're rotating. If we get there early, we have a chance, even though we just have pistols. But they just they got. I think they just got tricked. I don't know if that was planned by Dr. Ghoul, because if it was, it worked out fine, and
yeah,
if it didn't, it still worked out fine. So maybe it's viable for the future too. Who knows?
yeah. But yeah, like you said, they did save last round, so um, going into this one, they're gonna have full rifles. But
Face your
Strike
fear.
already with a very
Wow.
aggressive take towards B. Okajik's just dashing right in, following the Fade ultimate, and there's
The
actually going to be
response
a
fade
second one to
ultimate.
follow for the defenders. So going to be just trading Yuta a little bit, as there will be a trade of bodies as well, as Squid gets that second pick onto Okajix. And with the spike now planted, things are just going to
Ooh, good
continue to
pick.
move fairly quickly as Bunny Fufu, yeah, gets a nice pick. Panther finds two
Oh,
on the flank.
ooh.
Ooh, Bob Soup able to respond nicely onto Panther. And now it's a 2v1 in favor of Checkmate here.
Let's see if they are able to push it out in time. They are.
Yeah,
Great job
nice
there by
shots from
Checkmate.
nice shots from Bob Soup. Very good retake coming out from Checkmate. Just on the back of all the util, which just kind of saw a dump right there where everybody just kind of used it all at once. It was kind of a mess, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd agree with that. I mean, but that's one of the things I love about Valorant is once everybody has a lot of their util built up, a lot of their ults, they just dump it all into one side. You got your counter defense utility after the offensive already dumped theirs, and it looks like a colorful. Literally looks like an abstract painting. But I mean, Bob Soup, you saw in that last round once Panther was on the flank, he was able to 180 get Panther off the flank and help close out the round with, I believe it was Bunny Fufu. So those two together, working on both sides of B, able to close it out there.
we see Boss Man actually with an operator, right here. That's a little bit of an unorthodox buy. Normally, you don't really see it too often on A, on attack, but B, actually on any character other than Chamber or Jet. And just kind of working C long as the rest of his team just pushing forward. There will be a short trade as there was a small skirmish going on by
Oh, Cyber could get a lot
Garage.
here.
Yeah, Cyberbite
Is he
has
gonna
the
peek it?
opportunity for
Oh,
a few. Swings
good
out a
shot.
little too wide. Is Squid able to get that pick onto Cyberbite? Bob Soup follows
You
up
should
onto
Good
run.
Dr.
teamwork.
Cool, trying to get a little bit of space in that Garage. Panther placing that down. Oh, they're going for this
Oh, they got
spray
it.
through the box, and they actually destroy the lockdown. And Bob Soup is able to get the pick onto Panther as well. Ooh.
Oh, he didn't have it. Oh, they've got to get Boss Man out of that corner.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of time left, though. Bob Soup's... Yeah. Boss Man.
Players.
Oh
Oh
man.
my gosh. Yeah, Bossman did a really good job right there, just wasting time with that operator. Is because as soon as that smoke went down, it was so hard for
Yeah,
the rest of Checkmate to be able to swing out and just get onto that bomb, because it was just open. You know, there
yeah.
wasn't a whole lot of space for them to hide and like find some cover from that operator. So, worked out well for Bossman right there.
Yeah, I
But
mean, that was
yeah,
good teammate or good teamwork there by Checkmate. I got some of their words mixed up, but they played
Out of
that
my
as
way.
well as they could. I mean, they fought together well in Garage, but Bossman was just in too powerful of a position for post plant there, and they're
yeah,
gonna
and
get
Strike
aggressive A.
just getting really aggressive through A. That
Oh,
C's will slow them down a little bit, and Landon's actually able to get a nice pick with the Bucky, so that's gonna slow things down even more. Squid
nice
trying to get
shots.
aggressive, gets punished by Okajix with the knives. Bob
Spike
Soup is going
down
to be able to
A.
find Panther, but Dr. Ghoul immediately trades things out, and now things are in favor
You
of
want to
Strike.
fight it?
3-2. Dr. Ghoul will be able to place the wall, and now the plant will go down, maybe? Yep, there
They're
it
doing
is.
it. They're doing it again.
Going
Spike
for it
planted.
again. Bunny Fufu with only a classic though, so this might be a little difficult here.
We
And
tend to.
Oh,
oh, your
see
favorite rat
that I
kid
was about to
finds
say,
the pick
although they only
onto
have
Ghoul.
pistols, Strike had two players very weak.
Yeah, now Okajix is still pretty low,
Oh,
but Cyberbite just swings out, able to cover that window and shuts things down.
yeah. I mean, the aggression paid off there for Strike. They knew Checkmate didn't have a lot of good weapons that round. They didn't have full buy with their rifles, so they were just aggressive towards one side, played it well. We saw Lane with another shotgun pick. That's his second, I believe, of this round. Just playing corners. That's really all you can do in a light buy round. If you're able to get one, that's great, and he was. So good pick there by Land, but just too strong of an offensive attack by Strike.
Reyna, heal.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh, wow.
you don't see that often.
Panther, Panther with a double dink with the Odin, just immediately gets that opening pick. We're already just gonna rotate away, it seems like. It actually created a perfect hole onto B, so the space is made, and Okajix
Oh,
is able to find your favorite rat kid trying to cross and get the res back up to make it a 5v5. And
Spike
now,
planted.
checkmate.
oh,
Ooh,
is Bob
this is
gonna
a
get the
good flank
timing?
right here from Bob Soup. Not sure
Let's see.
if they seem
Oh,
to be aware.
I think they might have heard Land W shoot behind him.
Yeah, they're just gonna jump into action
Last
after
player
that,
standing.
as they're now known. Bob Soup was able to find
Okay.
one, two actually onto Dr. Ghoul and Panther, so a little bit more doable. But the sprays are coming through. There's
Oh,
the
the util.
concussion, and there's just nothing he can do. As Bossman swings out and finds the headshot. Just really, really well
Last
done
round
right there
in the
from
half.
Strike. Once they found where those last two remaining players
Yeah.
were, just playing off of that util.
Yeah, I think the key there was right after that first pick by Panther, the entire team didn't just go straight to B. We saw three go into B through mid, but two, I believe it was Okajix and maybe Dr. Ghoul. No, because Dr. Ghoul was planting. Maybe Okajix and Panther were still on that C site and were able to get Rat Kid and stop her from getting the res. Wow. Okay.
Ooh, okay, Okajix with the op.
A lot of early picks so far this game coming in from Strike.
Bob Soup tries to get aggressive with the Guardian, trying to make something happen, but gets absolutely shut down by Panther. Now that's going to be the Killjoy lockdown coming through. Squid trying to get a pick before the lockdown happens, and he's able to find one, but Okajix with the immediate trade, and now they're just going to util dump everything out as the
Yeah.
Fade ult goes through. This is the last round of the half, so they're not losing out on much as they use it.
Yeah, I mean, just the guns are too strong here coming in from Strike, but Honey Fufu's able to get one, bring it to a 2v3.
There's the concussion and the
Just
prowler.
the util, man, they are just dominating them.
Catch them.
Yeah, just wasting time
One
as
enemy remaining.
Nice
Bossman
shot.
finds one on the land, trying to swing out, but Bunny Fufu just kind of stuck here now
Yeah.
as Bossman swings out again, finds that last pick.
One enemy remaining.
solidifies that round. And
Switching sides.
honestly, just a great half from Strike.
Mhm.
They read the defense extremely well, and it was almost like the perfect. It was just kind of the perfect combination of patience and aggressiveness. You
I'd
know,
I'd agree. I'd agree,
so
absolutely.
I mean, we saw like opening whenever they decided to go to a certain site. Like if they
Mhm.
said like yes, we are going A. They would run it
Yeah.
down. They would get those picks that they needed, and then once they got the spike down, it was just sit and wait.
Yeah, I mean, and with there being 3 sites and you already have your defenses so spread out, if you're able to get an opening pick so quick, like Panther was able to a few times, and Okajix, there's probably at max 2 other players there on that site, so you can really just get aggressive after that. But we're gonna see if Checkmate can kind of use the offensive sided map of Haven, like Strike was able to, and possibly bring this back.
And Okajix still just like after that one shot, I'm not sure if he noticed something or what, but he'll just back off and Checkmate seemed to see something they didn't really like, is they're just going to immediately rotate over to C. The smokes are gonna come out. There's the Killjoy Maulers to
Oh
try and do a
wow!
little bit of damage. Ooh, it's actually gonna find. Oh, the turret doing some damage.
They brought it back though. It's a 3v3.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh,
One
Nice shot
enemy
from
remaining.
Okajix right there. And actually, a
oh
second
my
one. He's
goodness!
gonna go for the third. And he gets it.
Oh
Oh my gosh!
wow!
Wow.
I
Fires
don't know.
3 shots, gets 3 kills right there.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody shoot through that box right there and get one. I, I mean, I'm definitely using that after trying it. I'm gonna try that now. I've never seen that happen. Great, just great play there at Okajix.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there- there's nothing much to be said about that other than just
Turret
the
out.
individual plays right there coming out from Strike for that hold was just incredible. So yeah, they'll probably. I couldn't tell if they forced up here to get the weapon advantage, but Checkmate still slowing things down a little bit, just trying to get a little bit of information. Lan will see Ghoul right there, so that is one player noted for both sides, as now the hit is going
Nice
to happen.
shots.
Lan, ooh, nice shots right there from onto Ghoul, but Bossman finds the trade out to give his team the advantage.
One enemy remaining.
Bossman and Okajix still putting in a lot of work as Panther lands that final shot with the Marshall as
Match point.
second round by. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
the guns were
very
just too
few
strong there.
weapons that are, yeah.
I mean, Strike was just able to shut that down. Land did have a good initial trade, bring it back to a 4v4, but by that time, Strike had already closed in on B side and had the weapons advantage with a few Spectres, and Okajix, who doesn't need anything but a Sheriff, apparently, was able to get one that round too. So just good buy there from Strike to close out that defensive round.
Now just already pushing forward into this round. Checkmate does have a bye, so they do have a little bit more of an advantage. Still taking this aggressive angle with the Sheriff, obviously feeling pretty confident in his ability to hit this shot. But ooh,
Oh,
Squid finds that pick onto Dr. Ghoul, but I
good
think the
opener.
rotate is going to be noted there. So even though Checkmate were able to get that first opening pick, they're just going to head over to A, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like Strike is just kind of waiting for more sound cues, and now they hear them and they're going back to A. Yep.
Seems as though Strike is gonna try and meet them halfway, though. Just try and prevent the bomb from even going down. As your favorite kid is going to be able to get the bomb planted. And Panther finding
3.
3 with the Odin, going for the 4th, but Bossman with the running gun finds it on the Squid. And there
Wow.
it is. Wow.
I mean, we saw Panther just had a lot of Odin kills this game, but Strike's just able to close it out 13-2. great win
Defenders
there,
win.
and great team play by Strike.
Yeah, that was just a clinic put on by Strike right there.
Yeah.
Just really how to play this map, and they did it perfectly. And I mean, obviously um the individual plays by Bossman and Panther were definitely helped a lot, as they were just, I mean, they were looking invincible in some points. So great job right there from Strike. I don't
Yeah, I
know much
think they
what
just
else to
used
say.
their, with this being such an offensive heavy or offensive sided map, they were able to take that momentum they created with being on offense first and just carry it throughout the game. I've seen some teams, they struggle when they're initially on defense. They let the score kind of get out of reach and they're down 2-8, but they're able to win the last few rounds of the first half, make it pretty close, still within reach. But Strike was just they had that offensive momentum, carried it into the second half, and just closed it out, no problems.
Yeah, but with that game, that's actually gonna close us out for tonight for Valorant, because unfortunately, there is going to be some maintenance on the Riot servers, so we won't be able to have a second match tonight. But I do want to also remind people to not forget that to submit their fitness for this week, as there will be a drawing still on Thursday with the Overwatch games. So make sure to tune into that. It's going to be very exciting. Um, Overwatch, it's a lot of fun, so make sure to check out those games.
It's
And
debut week, right?
yeah.
Is that our first games on Overwatch 2?
Um, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure.
I think it might be. That's
Um,
awesome. I'm excited for that. I've loving playing Overwatch 2. I didn't love Overwatch 1, but I'm loving Overwatch 2, so I'm excited to see the games this Thursday.
so make sure to tune in Thursday, 7 p.m. is when our first game starts. Um, and yeah, thank you for tuning in to Oath Esports Valorant, and we'll see you next week.
Have a great week, everybody.